Welcome to Acton in Focus. I'm Vivian Kopsinger-Birchall, your host, and my special guest in this episode is Katie Gotziker, Executive Director at Dunnis Place. Katie, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, and I'm so excited to invite you to this space.
We are at Dunnis Place. What is Dunnis Place? Many people see the sign, in West Acton, but oftentimes people don't know what this place is all about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Danny's Place is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we offer youth services, and our mission is to support the youth of Acton and Boxborough. So it's a very broad mission, and that allows us to be really nimble and stay relevant to the needs of the youth in our community.
So for the sake of just this conversation, define youth.
Okay, so our programs, good question. Our programs are for youth aged 8 to 18, but we have online resources that are available for many more.
All right time to get into the segment about your programs.
Okay.
What are some of your signature programs? And even before we go to the programs, what inspired the creation of Dunnis Place?
Sure. So, Danny's Place was created back in, it was founded in 2006. We opened in 2006 in memory of my brother who died back in 2003.
I'm sorry about your loss.
Thank you. Danny died in a car accident when he was 16, and he was someone who always brought groups of kids together. He was a great kind of gatherer, and he we wanted that legacy to live on. So our house was kind of like kids would come over and play video games together all the time, and so we wanted to create something like that for the community and give back. So in 2006, my family opened Danny's Place Youth Center over in the administration building of Acton and Boxborough. And it was a drop-in center. Kids from 6th grade to 12th grade could come after school, very unstructured, and hang out. It was a safe place for kids to really just be themselves. And then in 2014, we moved over to this space and got a little smaller, and we noticed a need for more specific programming for the community around wellness and social emotional learning and positive youth development.
Yeah, before we move on any further, I just want to take a moment for us to just reflect on Danny, your brother. Because he's the reason we're here today, and we feel his presence through the brightness of this room based on the story you shared. So, Danny, thank you for the gift you gave us.
Thank you so much.
All right, so thanks for creating this, using that energy and love and passion and translating into a program like this for our community, and more so a program that one of my daughters is enjoying. So having that story behind this program is meaningful for me as someone who has lost a brother before as well. He was younger, but it's the story. What I'm hearing is when we turn our pain into a community service, it is very rewarding, and this is what I see Dunnis Place to be. It's not just a place it's a story of love, gathering, community, and giving back. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
And so back to your programs. What are some of your signature programs?
Yes, that was so sweet. Thank you. We're bereaved sisters together. So our signature programs are, they span from 5th and 6th grade up into 12th grade. And we have Sparks and Me, which you see the sparks up above. And it's a program for 5th and 6th graders to explore their passions and their interests all through different art modalities. And it's really catered towards the group that comes to us. So we make it what they want.
Okay.
We have our, moving up, we have our Youth Leadership Council, which is for high schoolers, and they, completely different program. They come regularly to Danny's Place, and they fulfill different community service projects for different community organizations, as well as they inform us at Danny's Place of, you know, what does the youth need right now? Because we can pretend we know, but we're not as young as we like to think we are anymore.
Right. That is true. I have to remind myself of that sometimes when I'm relating with my young kids.
Yes.
The technology is different, the interests are different, the language is different.
Right. Technology for sure. Yes. My goodness. And then we have our U Project program, which is for high schoolers. We do have a junior version of that for 5th through 8th grade. But the U Project program is for students who have a project idea that's community service based to apply for mentorship and funding, and we will grant them up to a certain amount of funds to carry out a project for the community. And we offer mentorship either in-house through us, or we'll find someone with specific expertise that might be needed, like someone needed a lawyer once, and then they'll get the mentorship they need to make their project a success. So in addition to our signature programs, we have partner programs, which we kind of label slightly separately because we work with, it's a program with another organization. So we didn't create it, but we find the value in it and want to offer it to our community. So Girls on the Run is one of those programs. It's a national organization, and we are a site, and it's a social emotional program for girls in grades 3 through 5. And there's a running element, but there's so much more to that. It's about kindness and relationships, and yes, that's been a very popular and successful program. And we have Think Give, which is another program for 5th and 6th grade with the organization out in Concord, Think Give. And it's another social emotional program all about inclusivity and kindness. And it's not currently happening right now, but we have a program called Nature Connection, which is in partnership with Nature Connection, which is also out in Concord, and they offer a program that brings different elements of nature to kids, and they can have an opportunity to connect and learn about nature, which and then helps them connect and learn about themselves.
Well, this is a perfect time to segue into partnerships. So how do you create these partnerships, and what do you look for in partners?
We love partnerships. You know, there's so much out there in the community, and, you know, we don't need to do it all. You know, I think it's so great to work together with people and organizations. So we look for partnerships mostly that are youth focused, or have an element of youth focus, and also community serving. So we partner a lot with United Way, you know, with other organizations. We partner with the school in bringing events and programs to the community, and other organizations that have formed coalitions and collaboratives. Did you want me to talk about that a little bit?
Yes, if you can. Yes, please.
So we are a part of AB Cares, which is a coalition formed in response to the several deaths by suicide that the community has experienced. And we focus on prevention for suicide across the lifespan, as well as supporting all those affected by suicide. We are a part of the Acton Boxborough Racial Justice Collaborative, which focuses on amplifying voices and any sort of events that are around racial justice and equity. And we co-facilitate and organize a network called Acton Boxborough Community Resource Network. We co-facilitate that with the town of Acton, and that is a group of human service professionals that meet monthly to share resources within the community, which was hugely beneficial during COVID, and continues to be.
Yes, you did an amazing job during the pandemic.
Thank you. Shout out to Catherine Lee, our senior program manager, who didn't want to come on the screen, but she definitely is a big part of Danny's Place. So,
Well, and all the organizations you've mentioned, I've worked with them one way or the other, and I can't express enough how valuable they are to our community. We live in such a fantastic community where people are stepping up, and I'm thankful. And I'm thankful for you and this Dunnis Place for stepping up to help our youth. How can the community support Dunnis Place?
great question. So we're always looking to grow, and whether it's partnerships or programs, we're very open, and we love collaborating. And in terms of supporting us, we are always accepting donations. And we're really looking to grow, connecting with local businesses and sponsorship as well. That is something we're looking for.
What is the link that people can donate to you?
Good. Yes.
A website.
Yes, it is dannys-place.org/donate.
Excellent. I hope that as a community we can step up and support Dunnis Place, because this town, as we know, has very many youth, and sometimes, especially during the pandemic, they've struggled. So when we have a space like Dunnis Place, they can support our youth's mental health, physical health, and creativity, then I think we need to step up and support this organization. So you have done this work for a few years now. What has been some of the most impactful feedback you've got from the community or from youth who have gone through your program?
One of the biggest pieces of feedback we've gotten is that the space itself feels warm, welcoming. It's a place where they feel like they can be themselves. A lot of times kids will take their shoes off when they come in, just like they're home. And I think that's been a constant throughout our existence. Even when we were a drop-in center, it was a place where kids really felt like they could be themselves and explore themselves in such formative time in their life. And we get feedback from parents as well. And some of the feedback there has been just how helpful and safe their kids have felt at Danny's Place.
Is there anything that we haven't talked about that you would like our viewers to know?
Sure. So one of our other programs called What's Next Starts Now is we've had it for a few years, and last year we moved it to an online version, which you can find on our website, and it's a program for high school students who are looking to start their college and career planning, whether it's the traditional college pathway or something else. It's a self-paced program, and it's another program that we get a lot of great feedback on, particularly from parents about guiding their children to a direction that feels good to them. And I will also say I'd love to have you follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram. All of these programs I've mentioned are what we've found the youth is looking for now, but we also find that the needs of our youth changes as the times change. And part of what makes Danny's Place so great is that we're able to shift and tweak our programming and add new programs as different needs arise.
Well, Katie, thank you again. It's been an honor speaking with you, learning about Dunnis Place and all the amazing work that you're doing. And I hope to come back maybe some other time to, check in on the updates.
Yes.
And if there's any new programming coming up, please reach out to ActonTV and we'll come back and let the community know.
Absolutely. Thank you. And I'm happy to have you back in this space. We love being in the Village Works community here in West Acton, and our door's open when the lights are on.
Excellent. And to our viewers, please support Dunnis Place. Thank you for watching Acton in Focus. Till next time.